Hello. Hello. Hola,
Yo.
everybody. What is up?
Yo. How you doing, guys?
Welcome. Welcome to the Legacy Universe. Today we are very excited because we are presenting our Supernatural special.
Now, before we start, I want to apologize that we were a little bit late, but honestly, it's because I got off of work a little bit later than I expected. So I had to take a shower, and then I had to get ready, and then all that kind
The
of stuff,
struggle. The
and jibbity
struggle.
jobby. But first, I have my name tag still John the Gamer and other stuff.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I right?
Yes. What would you like your name to be? Let me know.
No. I can leave it like that. I was
You
wondering
should be
because
John Winchester just for
John
today.
Winchester. Oh my
So
gosh,
let's do that. Come on, guys. Let's do that. Let's do that. Awesome.
that'd
Oh,
be
mira
great.
quién está ahí. Bianca.
Bianca. Hey,
Bianca.
Bianca.
Welcome.
Hey, Bianca. Hey,
Mira, there you
hey.
go. John
John
Winchester and
Winchester.
Ash Chinnes.
Hello,
Hey.
boys.
Oh,
Oh,
Ballo.
hey. Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Thank you.
Hey! Oh! Everybody's here today!
Let's
Yes!
go. So long, man. It's been a while.
Woo!
What's going on, bro?
Wow!
Man,
Everybody's here today.
when are we gonna play
Brutal.
MLB? Huh? When are we gonna play MLB? It's been a while, bro.
Mira,
How you
for
doing?
everybody. Hi.
How you doing?
Hi. Woo!
Oh.
Oh my
Hi.
God.
The
Hey.
mother Winchester. The mother
The Mother
Winchester is
Winchester
here.
is here. Wepa, bendición,
How
bienvenidos.
is everybody? Yes.
Welcome, guys. Supernatural. It's ending. ¿Cómo se sienten?
Man,
How do you guys feel? How do you guys
like that.
feel?
You sound like it's ending.
Oh, look, we gotta show our shirts. Let me just, this is the crossover meeting.
Look
Wait,
at
let me
that.
take out the microphone. Woo! Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you? Yep.
Yes,
So-
we got this with the crossover that they did from Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo. Where are you? We got somebody do that. Work to do
Great
now.
episode. Great
Yes.
episode.
It's
So
fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
woo!
Today is a special event for us because, again, as Ash mentioned, we are getting close to the ending of a 15 season long TV show, which, to be quite honest, it is one of the greatest series out there. And yes, I'm a little bit biased, but let me tell you something, guys. It's still good. It's still that good. All right. So it went for 15 seasons for a reason, because nowadays, if you guys already know about this, I'm not ready for closure. I'm not ready.
Oh my
God.
Me either, man. Wait, work family. Hey.
If you guys have noticed out there, TV shows continue based off the audience reaction. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why this show lasted 15 seasons. So there was high demand from it. It would have ended probably like 5 up to 7 seasons ago before this one, but the audience kept on wanting more. And because the audience wanted to have more, the writers had to just go into the writing room and let's
make up more.
Make up for it. And I was so pleased that it actually was a thing, that it continued happening. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I wanted it to continue as much as it could, and it did. We've reached the point of no return, of the end, and it suits.
It's good. And it's good that they stopped in the season, because the only reason that they stopped was the fact that they thought that if they kept doing the show, it was going to be that thing of like, oh God,
I'm
tired. Yep, like a Grey's Anatomy type of thing. So they were realizing what was up. Lo hicieron hoy. Hey, Angelo.
Yes. Hey, Angelo. Sí, lo hicimos hoy. We did it today. I was telling Ash that she should tell you so that you could tell your mom. Hey,
cuidado con Grace.
I'm sorry. I just Grace is
Hey,
great.
we got to do a side note. Angelo, mira lo que nos llegó. Check it out.
Oh.
Look at
Yes.
what I
It was thrown into the universe.
got. Woo!
You made it happen, and we got it.
It's
The Dark
beautiful.
Magician
It's beautiful.
Special Edition. Look at
Special
that.
edition.
Oh, here.
It came,
Special
yeah,
Edition.
it came with the
Wow.
sticker. It came with such a nice package, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is
Look
beautiful."
at that.
So thank you,
So,
Angelo. Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you for
You do
that.
the best. Ellos me criaron.
Ellos me criaron. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, era para que so that you could tell your mom that we're doing this today. So yeah, so that she can
Yes.
enjoy. All right.
Yes.
So without further ado, let's jump into our first section of our special, which is something that we didn't do on YouTube yet because we really wanted to jump into it because we were doing the special already. So since we were doing the special, let's actually just bring it in to the special at the beginning of the show. I said special like 1,000 times. Sorry about that. Special. So we are reviewing live episode 19, Inherit the Earth.
Wow.
This is our first time ever reviewing live.
Yeah, because we were gonna do the video, but I told John I think it would be cool to just do it on the special, and then we can highlight this on our YouTube channel. Apart from the special is going to be on our YouTube channel as well. So I thought it would be a fun way to just have a discussion with everybody, since episode 19 was such a like WTF.
Oh man, I was like,
it was nothing like I was expecting at all. So we're just like, okay.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, we just want to talk about it, give you guys our thoughts, and we really want you guys to, have a back and forth with us, tell us everything that you liked, things that you didn't like, and all that good stuff. So yeah, we are doing this review live.
So in this session, guys, again, we're just going to give our thoughts. We're going to review it, and then you guys can jump in. As Ash said, don't be shy. Just say whatever you have. But without further ado, because Ash is the one that always starts the reviews, we are going to give her the platform. And here we go.
Okay, so I have to say that I really liked this episode, but what happened with this episode was the fact that it threw us. It was like a punch in the face, because we had certain expectations of things that were supposed to happen or that were gonna happen, and I mean, John's theory about Jack becoming the new god actually comes true. So,
boom!
Yes.
Boom!
So that happened, and he knew it, But the thing that threw us off was the fact that it was what happened with My Heart Will Go On. Yes. It's what happened with Chuck. The fact that they beat God in that moment. Jack took his powers, and then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, nice.
Yes.
All of a sudden it was just like the Winchesters were like, we're cool. We're not going to kill you, which is great. That's exactly what I was expecting them to do.
Mm-hmm. But
the episode ended. It had a great ending, but it ended and we were like, what the hell is going to happen in the season finale?
Yeah.
What is going to happen? What?
Oh, man.
And I was like, and we saw that final scene of them in the car, and I was like, this is great, but I really hope that the credits don't roll after this. We had a few commercials, and then the credits were rolling, and we were like, what the hell? So that's all that I gotta say. I mean, I liked it story-wise. I loved the monologue that Jack had at the end of the episode. It was a beautiful moment. Tears. Yes. I know it was great. I felt it in his heart. Him saying basically that even though he's not there with them, he is in everything. He's surrounding everything, and he's going to be the better God. So I liked it. Like I said to Bianca last episode, it's for closure. That's true.
My God.
But are you crying already?
Shut up, man.
We're live. No,
Carry on, you will always remember.
oh look, Angelo has a great point. So like it's like Osvaldo said, like closure, but Angelo says they closed the mythology of Supernatural in this episode. The next one is the goodbye to Sam and Dean. That's true. The flashback kill. The true story of God. That's true. Oh, I have to say on what Bianca said.
Yes.
This was great. I mean, they threw that and I was like, no, this is not I remember I looked at John and I was like, this is not happening right now. No, I hate these people. I hate everybody involved in this show. It was great. And Paola says that you are so emotional,
I am. Oh
bro.
my gosh, you've known me.
You guys should
You
know
know
this.
me. You should know this by now. You should know this by now. This is not. I'm not a stranger to emotion like that.
But yeah, I loved the episode. I thought it was great. It just really threw us off on the fact that we were expecting like a big battle, and then all of a sudden it was like it didn't happen. So we're excited to see what's going to happen in the next episode. There's confusion though because it's 2 hours, but it's going to be a 1 hour special, and then it's going to be the finale. So I really thought we were going to get that Supernatural movie that I've always wanted, but I guess not.
Yeah, man.
So I don't.
Even Jared Padalecki wanted one.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the next episode. So what did you think, John? I mean, you were crying already, so I think
they showed all the characters. That's true. Woo-wee. Okay. All right, so
okay.
Yeah, I definitely freaking love the episode. I mean, it's supernatural, and it's very hard for me not to like an episode. I'm kind of biased in this show, a lot, because I know people have queries with this show because there's a lot of fillers. I mean, I like fillers because fillers for me just gives more base and more depth into the lore of Supernatural, and it builds the world even more outside of that. It's just like Star Wars. There was first 3, then 6, then 9 movies. Now we have all the other fillers, which is the seasons of Rebels, Clone Wars. Now we got the Mandalorian, we got the comic books. Those are the fillers into the main story that we know. But when we go into the concept of we're watching the entire episode, now those episodes also have fillers, like the Mandalorian. People are saying that the episode 1 had a filler, episode 2 was kind of a filler. I was like, I first off, sure. Second, I disagree. 3, that's the point of the Mandalorian, to continue building that lore, and he gets paid to actually get information. So all those episodes are him doing missions to get the information that he needs to get Baby Yoda to where he needs to get.
So it's kind of like the same thing as the Winchester brothers, because they do go on their hunting mission. So
yeah,
it's expected. Christmas present, my Supernatural tattoo. Ooh.
Oh my gosh! All right,
what's she gonna get? The symbol. She's gonna get the symbol.
But overall, this episode for me was great. It was very emotional. My theory came true that Jack was gonna be the new god, and remember when they were in? Man. Yeah, remember when they were in the bunker? Like there was not a bunker, there was like a big cylinder where Jack saw the plant, and the plant was actually dying. And I actually told you, I was like, either he now has a power that was like transferred from the Empty, from when he was like the Empty on the previous episode. The Empty was grabbing him by the head, and he was like, he either got a death power from it, or life is getting sucked out. Now, I had no idea that the other part of the life getting sucked out was that he was sucking the life of everything to gain that power, and it was coming inside of him. That's how he was able to sense, that things were actually happening in the last episode. There were weird stuff going on, and ultimately, when we got that last battle, I even told you, like, that emotion. Okay, wait, before I continue, what do you think will be the end? Mom believes that they will show them doing the things that they have always wanted, Sam being a lawyer, etc., etc.
I told John that I have a feeling that we are going to see the Winchesters in the next episode, probably having normal lives. Yes, and I'm down for that.
And I'm going to jump into that because that was actually my next thing while I was doing this. That
I'm down for that.
when they were against God in that final scene, I knew that they were not going to stand down.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you, right? I told you in that same instant, they're gonna start laughing. You remember that? They're
And
gonna start
they
laughing,
did.
and they started laughing. They were like, ah, and I'm like, yes, please, yes, keep going. And I even felt Chuck's. I think Chuck was actually feeling something at the end when he was saying, like, guys, stand down, please, stand down, like, stand down.
Yeah.
He could have just killed them right there and then, but he
I
chose not to.
Pero que that's the thing with Chuck. He talks a lot of shit.
And I think he never
Y es
lied
como
with,
que, dude, come on.
and I think he never lied with the fact
Mm.
that them both were his favorites,
Mhm.
because otherwise he wouldn't have, made everybody disappeared, them both and Jack left in the earth, and all this happening. And
Look at what Angelo says.
look at what
Don't kill.
wait,
Don't know. Going for the Scooby episode.
go for this. Don't know, going for the Scooby episode. I have no idea. Dean
Dean
has
has
to.
to look for Lisa.
Lisa.
I would
Oh,
love that. I would
nice.
love that.
You
You don't
don't kill
kill.
your best characters just like that. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I was like,
Oh,
hey, Nishong.
Maldición.
Uh, want to see?
Oh, that's a good one. I want to see Gabriel. I know, right?
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
see.
I hit the microphone.
But yeah, but like Angelo said, you don't kill your favorite characters. That is actually true. And that was his favorites. And the emotion that I got from them laughing, and like when they said "screw you" or
Yeah,
you're done.
you're done, Chuck.
When he turned around, that was so exciting because I was like, I told you, yes, that's a
Mhm.
new God. And I kept on predicting. I kept on predicting. Yeah, I kept on predicting all the moves that were going to happen in each scene. Like Jack was not going to come back because that's exactly what he would say. Like, I'm in everything now. I'm God. I'm all that I'm all that humans
Mhm.
are supposed to understand that God is
Yep.
all loving, caring, and then
Mhm.
doesn't interfere, but in a way where you have to make your own choices. Because
Yeah.
Chuck interfered in a way where he made the entire script to be his
It was about
plaything.
himself. Uh-huh.
It was about himself.
Yeah.
But you know, this is true freedom. This is true free
But I
will
think
now.
I think I really enjoyed that moment specifically because I think it rings so true with everything that's been happening in the world. I think so because Jack restored everything. He did. But it just rings true with every situation that's happening in the world now. And it's like I'm here and I'm not putting myself forward. I'm putting the priorities, I'm working with the priorities. I'm restoring everything. Amara is inside me and we are in harmony.
Yes. Yes,
And
exactly.
I don't know, man. It was a beautiful touch. And it's a scene that really, really, really touched me. And I was so happy. I think that every character this season has had a great send off. I think Castiel had a great send off.
Oh man,
Um,
Castiel went
and Jack
away,
too,
bro.
and now it's just Sam and Dean. Now it's just Sam and Dean, like in the first season, and it's so it's like coming full circle, and it's
Yes,
dude,
and
this is great. Like
now,
it's sad, but it's great, man. Like
now because I was super excited, and again, I told you, and I'm
mhm.
sorry, I knew Michael was coming. I
Uh-huh.
knew Michael was coming back. He
You
had to
asked it
because,
in the last video. You were
and
like, I don't know
I
if
asked.
Michael is still in the world, and he was, man.
Yeah, he was. And but I was surprised and pissed off at him, but it's good that they wrote it like that because then it would come back to Jack. But he would still be that loyal soldier, and I'm like, oh my gosh, come on, bro. Everything that he put you through, everything that's been going on for eons,
Mhm.
for millennia, and you still felt like that at the end.
Yep.
Even Lucifer became a puppet, even though he got revived. And I was so
Mhm.
excited when I saw Lucifer. I was like, oh my god,
Oh my God, Lucifer!
this is great.
This guy Mark, he's freaking great as Lucifer. He's such a for a moment I thought Jack was dead because he was absorbing everything. We kind of thought that
A little bit.
we thought that he had some type of powers from the empty
It was more power
that
that
was
did.
killing stuff. But oh my god, Lucifer, he's great. He's such a sarcastic character.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see him, brought back for like even if it was like a small moment, but
Yeah, man.
you know.
It was what we were looking for from also Jeffrey Dean Morgan. But the problem with Jeffrey
Yes.
Dean Morgan coming back as John Winchester in this last episode or last season was because of the pandemic.
Yep.
The schedule of Walking Dead was actually pushed around the same time as Supernatural. But not only that, he could have flown and come back at all and do that. But because of the regulations and the rules that were happening at the same time, because it was almost at the beginning of the pandemic that this was happening, that he couldn't go and just film. And he has the family and all that, and prone to taking to absorbing or the virus, getting to him, it would have been, catastrophic. And it's better, honestly, it's okay that it didn't happen because it happened, I think, last season or the season before that with Mary, that they got to have that dinner.
It was season 14. It was season 14.
Okay. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. That episode
that episode was really sad.
It was sad. It was nostalgic. It was everything that you would have hoped for that nostalgia feel, and it was done right. And as he was proud of his children, Sam and Dean, I felt great. So yes, I would have liked for him to come back, but I understand, like, the circumstances in the world weren't the best for this to happen. So, we already got it in last season. But that scene, and honestly, I was very much looking forward to this episode because of the empty of the world and how the brothers would react based off on all of this, because they had no monsters to hunt. They had nothing else to do.
That's true.
It was only, let's get everyone back. We need everyone because we're so lonely. This is not right. And they did it.
Yeah.
They did it.
Definitely,
it was
man.
amazing. And they should bring back Dean's Amazonian daughter. Oh my gosh. That one that wanted to kill him at that one point in time. Heck no.
Heck no.
And don't cry, John. Too late.
That's too late.
A lo mejor pasa. It's going to happen again. Probably. Do you think we will have a Sam and Ellie reunion? Mom asks. Eileen.
They better. I like them together. At least for me.
I think so.
I like them together. I really think that I was happy that they didn't kill her off, because one thing I do have to say about Supernatural is that sometimes there's characters that I really, really like and they end up killing them off for some reason, and it pisses me off, like Charlie, which I'll get into that later.
Charlie, awesome.
Charlie, awesome character. Yes. And I was glad when they brought Eileen back. I think they are a great couple, and I really would like to see Sam actually end up with her.
I think they're gonna
maybe in the next episode. So
yeah, I think they're gonna bring them. I think they're gonna end up being together, because if
I'm rooting for them.
If they brought everybody back, she was alive when that was happening. She's not part of the earlier dead relatives from them or people that they knew. Like John. John was dead earlier. The people that died, which one of them is Eileen. Yes, she's part of them. So I think so. I think they're gonna have the reunion, and it's gonna happen for sure. Yeah. They made amends with his dad. With his dad. That's what. Yeah. They made amends with his dad. Yeah, that's why if it didn't happen, I'm okay. It's fine. But they did made amends with their father on season 14. So there's no need for it. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. You never know what the you never know what CW is cooking, because they have the finale really under wraps. Like nobody knows.
Nobody knows
gonna happen.
What the heck is going to happen.
No.
Now, the overall, again, it was unexpected. that this was the finale. I mean, not the finale. That this
The
ending,
almost
the
finale.
almost
Yeah.
finale, happened like this. I was so surprised that I was just saying it to Ash. What are they gonna do in this last episode of 2 hours? Like,
Yeah.
I have no idea if this is what it was. Then what's gonna happen?
And are
And
there any more monsters
I don't
to
even think
hunt?
that
That's the thing.
if
So,
okay, if Jack brought everything back the way it was supposed to be, then the monsters are still there, but they're
mhm,
not going to be manipulated, or they can
mhm,
coexist in a certain way. But it might have happened in a way where Jack eliminated the monsters, and the only monsters out there are going to be the bad human beings, the
mm.
ones that are do
Got it.
crime and thievery and all that,
So,
and
it's not gonna be supernatural
it's not going to be
anymore.
supernatural. It's gonna just be,
Life.
crime, LAPD or Winchester PD. You're under arrest. Or
Oh, look,
something like
Angelo says this was the finale. The next episode is an epilogue. Nice.
that. Yeah,
Epilogue, is that how you say it?
epilogue. Yeah, epilogue.
Oh,
Yes,
nice. So
I think
okay.
so. It's what
I'm
it's what it's what Ozzy said. Like shish. Death Haze says the same thing. It's
mhm,
closure. Yeah, an
yeah.
epilogue. You pretty
I
much
think it'll be
said that.
great. I think it'll be great.
Yeah,
So I
I
haven't
haven't
seen the
seen the
last
last episode.
episodes. You're gonna get spoiled. Bueno,
No, no
you're
me
already
hable.
spoiled.
No
You're
me
already.
hable. No me hable.
Well, if anything, after this week's finale, I think they're gonna be available on Netflix next week. So all
Yeah.
season 15.
Yes.
So, but yeah. So this being the finale, I would say that I liked what happened. I really liked what happened. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see Sam and Dean have normal lives.
Normal lives. I think they're going to be having
I'm
normal lives after this. I think
I
this
am
is
excited for that.
the finally they could have freedom and they could have peace and they can still both live in the bunker. Honestly, they can both
Mhm,
still live in the bunker, or maybe they close the bunker for closure and actually stepping away from that life and
mhm,
trying to create new, a new life somewhere else.
yeah,
Living apart from each other, knowing that they can actually live apart from each other and nothing's going to happen to one another. They're not going to get killed by a monster or
uh,
something like that. They can
yeah,
probably just, find other places, with their loved ones and all that. And I think that's what's going to happen. I will
yeah.
love a next generation of hunters. For some reason, it leaves the door open for this kind of show. Uh, you know what?
I like that idea too, but I think that they've tried it because
I don't want it.
they tried it with which was the spin-off episode that was with the wolves. You remember that one?
There was like three different things that they were trying to
There was
do. They
gonna
were
be
trying to
one
do
spin-off, and the episode did
of
poorly.
the hunter and the vampire.
Yeah, so they
Uh,
canceled that one, and then the
there was
Wayward.
the Wayward sisters.
I would still like to see the Wayward Sisters,
The
if
Wayward
I'm
sisters.
completely honest. I really
Yeah,
like that one. I don't
but
know
yeah,
why it was canceled.
but I don't think there's gonna be a what. Oh, lame episode. Yeah, the
I
one with the
rather
vampire.
see.
The
He
one with the
says
vampire.
I'd rather have the Wayward. Me too. I actually like the Wayward
Yeah.
Sisters one. I was really excited to see what they were gonna cook with that, but then I think it did poorly, and people were like, "Whatever, we're not gonna do it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I mean, I don't know.
You
I
remember the
just
last
think
episode of Grimm? No, I have not finished at all.
no,
Grimm.
sorry.
I've only seen 2 seasons. Sorry, mom. Have no
Um,
idea.
But yeah, I mean, I think it does. He's right. It does leave the door open, but Sam and Dean are like so iconic that it's gonna be hard
It's gonna be
for
super hard.
Supernatural fans to grasp onto something new after they're gone. So
And I
I
truly
would,
think that
I think it would be a fun show if they come and do like cameos like once in a
yeah.
while.
I don't think that
I don't know.
it's going to continue either because also Eric Kripke is busy doing The Boys,
The
and
boys
without
and Jensen Ackles is gonna be
Kripke's,
there. So
and he's going to be there, so yeah, I don't
and
think
Jared
so.
has the new show. He has another show on CW now, the Walker one. These types of shows are dying, so I don't care about expanding the universe, not even with them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Heard.
Fine. It's just that they've tried so hard. We are
We are
moving
moving
to
to
the
the
boys.
boys. You know it.
And Charmed
Charm
did
did
it.
it. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We just
Moving
gotta
to the
see.
boys.
I don't know. And we just gotta see.
Yeah.
What I do know is that, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki are set for life. They don't need to
Hmm.
do anything else.
Yeah.
I
So
think they did great. So
so yeah, that's our overall thoughts on this last episode slash finale. I guess maybe not. Um, uh, keep letting us know what you think, and then we're gonna be watching the last episode this upcoming Friday, and it's I hope it's epic. As a
Mhm.
fan,
We
you
will
will
not
not
watch
want anything else. I do get that. Yeah, okay. Yes and no,
it.
because I wanted the Wayward Sisters. I did want the
Yeah.
Wayward Sisters.
I
I
love
didn't want the.
Jodie.
I didn't want the vampire and the hunter.
No.
That episode was so that
Do you remember that I
Hayden
started
appealed to me.
watching it and I was like, "Do I have to watch this?" And you were like,
Yes.
"No,
No.
they canceled the
We
spinoff." And
skipped.
I was like, Let's skip it."
We
I didn't
skipped the
like it at
episode
all.
because
I
I
didn't like
watched
it at
it,
all.
and
No.
then I had to make her watch it so that she
Yeah.
could understand where we were at with that. And I told you, she started watching it for like 10 minutes. It's like, do we have to watch this? No, I skipped the episode. Like that
I hated
spinoff
it, man.
never was going to work. But the Wayward Sisters, yes. I don't know what happened with that, but I would have loved that.
Yeah.
Or a Charlie, like a 10 episode series, like just
Oh my
Charlie going to the world
god.
of Wizard.
I love
Wizard.
Charlie.
Yeah, Doctor Who managed to keep the series alive no matter the cast. But here's the thing: it's
Mm.
completely different because Doctor Who is kind of runs with that. Doctor Who is the changing Doctor, like his physical appearance
Uh-huh.
changes, so it's different. It's different with that. So if you're
Yeah.
telling me, oh, this Spider-Man TV show, like the first season was Peter Parker,
Peter
then it's
Parker.
Miles Morales, then it's Miguel
Yeah, there's a
Alcala,
variety of
then it's Gwen
characters that they can
Stacy
base it off. Yeah,
Spider-Man.
yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of like that, but the show would just be called Spider-Man. So
Mhm.
I think that's Doctor Who. And the thing with that episode is that they try to spin off with an ongoing series.
Yeah.
Yeah, but exactly. And the Wayward
That's true.
Sisters already had a background. It was
Uh-huh.
already built up with Jodie, with the girls.
And
It already
Kaya, I
happened with
really liked her
Kaya.
too.
They were
Yeah.
coming up throughout the entire episode seasons, like overall.
Mhm.
So we already loved these characters. So we would not mind another series of
Yeah.
that.
I think that
That
would be
never
great.
seemed to work. For some reason, I don't know. I don't know why. It's sometimes that episode was a filler.
But that one was a
Yeah.
bad that one was a bad
Yeah,
filler, mommy.
vampire and the thing. No.
That one
So
was a
for
bad
those who
filler.
are joining us, hello. Right now we're actually having a special of Supernatural. We just reviewed the last episode for the first time ever live. Now we're just moving on to another section of today, which is season 15 so far. Now, these are our thoughts on season 15, the last season, what we think, how it happened. Was it good according to what we were watching? But Ash, what are your thoughts on this season 15 so far?
So for me, I felt that the beginning of the season was kind of like meh. Specifically, I would say I think the first 2 episodes when they were in this town and they were evacuating the town, and then they had the scene with the ghosts that
Mhm.
he did not like the ghosts at all, how they looked and acted and all that stuff.
Heck no.
Those for me didn't work. I would say then it started to pick up. I really liked the episode where Dean was tap dancing, that he goes to Garth, and
Yes, yes.
I I really like that one. And I would say that the final 7 episodes so far have been very solid. I've liked everything that has happened. I like the send off of the characters. I think it's being wrapped very, very well. It's all, we just have to see what's going to happen with Sam and Dean, which again, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do on this next episode with them. So for me, I would say that I enjoyed the half of the season a bit more than the beginning, because season 14 left us with such a great ending with the
Yeah.
whole, them being in the cemetery, and then God was like, I am done with you guys. I'm rewriting the story. And then we see all of the monsters coming out, all of the monsters that they have killed every
Yeah.
season. So it left me on a high, and I would say episodes 1 through 3
It was
ish
for three.
were not. They didn't do much for me, but after that, I really enjoyed the season. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
I agree with you with the 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the 1, 2, and 3 episodes for me were the lowest point in the season 15.
Mm-hmm.
And I was surprised and I was afraid also that the
Oh yeah.
season would not hold up to what a final season's expectations would be.
Mm-hmm.
Epic all the way around. And with first off, the ghosts just looked not scary for me.
Yeah.
And they could talk, they can communicate and do all sorts of things where it felt unnatural and supernatural. Ridiculous. Okay. But yes, um, I was feeling a little bit awkward and afraid
Oh
and
yeah.
I was like, no, please, no, don't be like this. Don't be like this. And I did not mind seeing Kevin. Like I loved
Oh,
seeing
I
Kevin,
love
the
seeing him. Yeah.
prophet kid. It was fantastic. But overall, um, after that is when it started picking up, where we start seeing Amara, where we start seeing how the gunshot wound was actually affecting God,
Yeah.
and Sam was able to see what God was thinking or what he was seeing in the other universes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love the episode where we see Dean actually kill a lot of monsters, and the bunker was like code red, but it was,
Uh-huh.
but it was
Oh, that the different endings.
yeah, but it was Sam exactly, and the
Yes.
different endings, and it was Sam seeing what God was seeing from other
Oh, and
universes.
then
So
Dean had like
the
the
scruff,
beard, and I was just
yes,
like,
it was great. It was
"What?"
like Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Yes.
It was
So it
fantastic.
was
Yeah.
super cool. So them, those episode, Amara coming back, being able to see Jack again, alive and
Yes.
well. Then we get to see Jody, we get to see Bobby, we get to see, oh my gosh, I just mentioned her name.
Aya?
Uh, yes, yes, and the redheaded girl. I forgot. I just mentioned her
Oh,
name.
Rowena. Rowena.
Rowena, which
Yeah.
Rowena died, and you said that it didn't affect you that much. It's like, yeah,
No, I mean, I understood why she did it. It's
yeah.
just that I've been very on and off with Rowena per se in all of the
Mm.
seasons because she's always like, "I want to help you. I'm not gonna help you. I want to help you. I'm not gonna help you now, but I want to help you now." And I'm just like, "Girl, like, So I understood why she did it. I need Crowley back for one last time. I know.
Yes.
Maybe he'll be in the finale because I
Hello,
did hear
boys. Hello, boys.
I did hear that they were trying to get a lot of characters back. So I would like to see more of the Hunters Inc. universe.
I know that was in one of the episodes, and where was this? I completely forgot where that was in. Crowley, hello, boys. Death Hayes, if you could remind us where we saw this, because I know this
Yeah, please.
existed, like the Hunters Inc. universe, that would be awesome. But
Um, but
but yeah,
yeah,
mhm.
I I understood why she did it, but it didn't affect me in any way because I had that relationship with that character. I did like to see her in hell though. She became the queen of
Yes,
hell, and that
I was
was
about
great.
to say that. I
That
was
was
about to say that.
perfect. That was perfect
It was
for
great.
Rowena.
It
So
is
I would give her
perfect
that.
for her, for the malice that she has, for the
Mhm.
queen of spells and wizardry and everything that she is. She's perfect for that role,
Yeah.
honestly. And it's giving a character that a lot of people came to love, a good place. And some of them got bad endings in terms of fates for them, but it was
Mhm.
good endings in terms of script, which the example that I'm about to say is Castiel.
Mhm.
Castiel's ending was amazing. It was perfect.
Yes.
It was everything that I expected it to be. And it made me remember that he actually made this promise to the empty. I had
Yeah.
forgotten that deal that he made with the empty. And when this happened, I was like, oh my God, this is the end for him. Before he actually just went away, when he started giving the speech, boom, I was like, oh my God,
and we had people telling us like, oh, he's gonna come back, and I was just like,
just leave
I
him
don't
there.
know.
He's
But I
good.
have to say that Angelo was telling me a theory that he has, that he thinks that Castiel might come back as like the angel of death. So, but we did see some. So I don't know. I would like that very much. I
Jack
think
is
that would
God.
be
Jack is God. He could make
that's
that
true.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
He could make that happen, Angela. And you're right. He can make that happen. And I was so excited. And the speech that he gave to me was so powerful that the writing on this was like exceptional. And
Mm-hmm.
this is an angel. This is an angel that all he knew, and all angels know, all he knew was to follow orders. He didn't know or have a perspective on how humans are actually roaming around Earth. Why do they do what they do? Or how do they love? How do they cry? Why do they do those things?
Mm-hmm.
And why does one care more for the other? Or why does one person care for the entire world and still get mad, still get pissed, and still get so much sorrow?
Yeah.
And this is why we think that he just finally understood and loves Dean.
Well,
And
I was like,
and this is why
I
he
was like, when
loves
was this?
and this is why he loves Dean. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
he has this is
Yeah.
this is honestly a celestial love, because
Yeah.
angels don't have gender. It's just a being, and they just use vessels. So it's the appreciation and love and understanding for what God should have shown them of what the true love really
Uh-huh.
means. It's not about whether it is love for a man or a woman or whatever it is that you think. It's more of the purity of humbleness, of kindness, and how to
Yeah.
become uh, 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 friends with something and appreciate it for more than what the physical aspect is within the soul, it's within your heart, it's
Yeah.
within the mind. That's what Castile was doing. He said, I love you because you're the epitome of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
You showed that love has no end, and I love you. And I
Mm-hmm.
saw that as, this is what we come to know as in this world is taught to us, that the reason why God loves us.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Castiel showing why he loves Dean and why he always was there to help everyone do the right thing and go against God, go against his home, which is heaven, go against everything he knew from the beginning. And it
Mm-hmm.
started in season 4. Uh,
Yeah.
when he took took Dean from hell, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So
I and for me, it was an amazing ending for
mhm.
him, but still you feel a Hollywood move in the writing. Yeah. I mean, I think in a way it was done for to keep people intrigued, and keep people like waiting for the finale per se. But I would say, but Misha made clear what type of love it was. I
I
think I
I
think
think
Misha was
I
just like
think
stirring the
I
pot.
think I
I
think
can't.
I think that was more of a scare tactic than anything else. I'm not
Yeah.
disagreeing that it could be. Hey, but here's the thing: when you really look at it and you think about it, it's it it's very celestial.
I mean,
It's
you would say
very,
that, and Misha would be like, "No, John,
if
no,
if that is what it
that's
is, then
not
hey,
true."
that's what it is. I can't argue with that. But
But I would have to say that I know Angelo said this, and it was Dean showed Castiel how to be human, cry, love. Exactly. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And oh,
Hello,
hey, Spider
hey, Spider Popo, how
Popo,
you doing, man? You're a
welcome.
little bit late to the party, but como quiera, it's like
That don't matter.
welcome,
That don't matter. This
welcome,
party's
man,
open always.
welcome. We are fine, thank you,
Hope you're
sir.
doing well as well. Welcome to our supernatural special. We're talking everything supernatural because it's ending on Thursday and we are sad. So
Yes, we
Um,
are. Yes,
but welcome. I need
and
Misha here clarifying
I
that.
don't
I
think that's gonna
know.
happen.
I
I
don't
don't
think.
think
I
that's
wish
gonna
Misha
happen.
was here.
Do you know why? Because he already said that. And if he goes back on that, then he's gonna get a backlash. He's gonna get a slap in the face,
No,
like really hard by everybody.
but I wanted to say that for me, it was like Angelo said, it was bittersweet, but yeah, it was bittersweet for me as well because I was sad that Castiel was leaving and he was sacrificing himself for Dean, but I was happy with the send off that he had. For me, if it would have been a send off where he was killed horribly or, he something dumb would have happened to him, I would have been very mad. But I think it was the
Yes.
perfect send off because even though he was sacrificing himself, he actually gave Dean the speech and said, "Hey, I love you. You made me a better person." And you can see that it
You
was
can,
you
yeah.
could see Misha and Jensen in that scene, and I loved it because it was so genuine on Misha's part. So for me, it stands as one of the best Castiel moments in all seasons. And there's a few, but this one is like it was epic. It was epic. I felt everything that he was saying, and I loved what the writers did with his character to
Yes.
send it off. So I can't complain, honestly.
Yes. For me, the speech has a very specific moment, and he says, "What I want, I
I
can't
can't
have."
have.
Yes, he did say that. Yes. So that's
Mhm.
why you. That's why we, as Misha said, it is the way it is. It's more of a love, more than just regular love to Dean, but as because he says it, it probably is. It probably is. Honestly, it probably is. It is what it is.
Mhm.
It is that type of
You know
love.
what?
But
You know what's the thing
uh,
about this scene? I just feel that it's a scene that even though Misha said what he said, I think it's a scene that it is open for interpretation.
yes,
So some people are gonna interpret it as, love between Castiel and Dean. Some people are gonna think it's a love, true friend love. So that's the thing about the scene. The way that it's written, it leaves room for interpretation on every way, shape, and form.
mm-hmm.
You know, and that's something that sometimes in a show like this can be, um, you know, complicated for people. It can be complicated for people because some
Hey,
people will have their idea, some people will have whatever they think of, and then they start clashing.
yeah,
And then when you have the actor saying, "No, this is Castiel saying that he loves Dean, like he loves Dean more than a friend," then it just becomes complicated. So I think that's what's happening in this scene.
yeah.
So,
And so here we got. I began watching it during one of my Call of Duty tours in Iraq in
oh,
2016. That's when
sweet.
he. That's yeah. He went on tour over there in the Middle
Wow,
East, and he started watching it over there. So that's fantastic that you get to
sweet.
see this in the middle of
Oh
war.
yeah, everybody that's here in the comments, if you are Supernatural fans, let us know, how did you start watching Supernatural? Let us know your
Hmm.
story.
And I was where was it? Misha gave the idea of the bloody hand, and you saw the bloody hand
On
in
his jacket.
Dean's jacket.
Yep.
It was great. Now I agree with this a lot more. That what I want I can't have is more like a normal life. That is also something that, like you said, is open to interpretation. Like
Yeah.
Cass can't have a normal life because he is still an angel. An angel
Mhm.
can't have a normal life only just because of what's inside them,
Mhm.
that celestial aura that they have inside. Just like Jack cannot have a normal life. Jack is God. God has more of a completely different life than what Dean wanted him to do at the end, which is he wanted him back in the bunker, let's drink beers and all that. No, I knew that was going to happen. Like, no, he's
Mhm.
now God. He doesn't get tired. He doesn't need a beer. He doesn't need anything. He's all powerful, one thing. And that was it. And I would have preferred a clear speech. I wouldn't mind a celestial.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, everybody here is,
in a
in
bunker.
a bunker. How ironic. A scene with Celestial, right? What's the next comment?
That's
Celestial
what's
said love.
celestial. Love is no other thing than love is no other thing in that scene. In my
Minority.
in my mind, so I will leave this theme alone.
Next
next
thing.
theme. Next theme. No, like
But you
honestly,
know, like
Angela,
it's part of it. You know,
it's
having the different opinions and
it's
just
all together.
talking about it. So yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a
Because
mix of
yeah,
everything.
because it truly is a combination of all of it.
Hmm.
It is a combination of all of it. Like Castiel expressed everything that could be in that human being because Castiel has seen everything. He has seen everything on that earth. So that love, celestial, can become this, can become that, can become minority, can become big, whatever. It's everything
Yeah,
celestial. So it's all of it.
like I said,
Uh,
it's very open to interpretation. Oh, see, look what Bianca says. I think it symbolizes everything. So it says she says it's love for a person. I think that's like the base, and then we can draw
yeah,
from that.
it's everything.
This is complicated when it's open to interpretation. So
Yeah. So let's jump into the next one. Season finale theories.
I mean, we kind of, you
Finale theories.
know,
We kind of already jumped
we
into
talked
that.
about it.
We talked about it within this. And season theories is, again, they're going to be living their regular lives. They're going to
Yeah,
have their wives, their girlfriends, their kids. They're going to have a Harry Potter ending.
Harry
Uh,
Potter.
where they all were happily ever after in their homes, and no more monsters. There's the possibility there's no more monsters in this place.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's one of them. But that's my theory. I think that they're going to be happy. Jack brought everybody. I think he took care of the monsters, and whatever you want to call it, the only thing that will be left in the world is crime, just regular crime.
I mean,
And
but it's interesting because, like I said earlier, I did read that the CW or
love
the
is love.
love is love, baby.
Love is
But
love.
I did read that they were going to bring a lot of characters back for specific reasons. So that's something interesting to think of. And I think possibly it's going to be an hour for the season finale, apparently. So I don't know what to expect. I'm kind of on the same boat with you about, you know, Sam and Dean having their normal lives. I would love to see, I think Angelo mentioned it, but I would love to see Sam as a lawyer because he always wanted to go to law school. So I think it
Yeah.
would be something full circle for him to, you know,
And to be honest,
accomplish that.
I think he'd be the best one. I think he'd be the best one because he's been through trials and tribulations.
Hell.
He's been giving blood to close the heavens, or close the gates of hell, actually, and then
Yeah.
destroyed the heavens in the process. So it's a lot. I think, yeah, I think we're there. Said Dean sells baby and buys a motorcycle and goes to the road alone. Sam marries Aileen.
Eileen.
That
That could be.
that
I
could
did
be.
hear that Jensen had a dream that he sold baby and he bought a motorcycle.
Yeah,
So
that could be the theme. That could be the
that
theme.
could be.
So that's
We
actually a
don't
good
know.
way. Can
We're
you
gonna
imagine the last hour them
they're
talking
talking
about the
to the
fans? Well, I mean, I think it's the first hour. I think it's
the
going to be the
first
first
hour.
hour.
So there's a special on the first hour, and it's gonna be like them talking about the show, their experience, and all of the, you know, actors that were on the show. And then the next hour is actually the the finale of the finale. So
Yeah,
that's
the
what's gonna
finale of
happen.
the
That's
finale.
why there's a little bit of confusion because it's gonna be a 2 hour event. So
Yeah. So
I can see.
yeah, that's gonna be the first hour. But other than that, I think like all of us could be right in a sense, and
Mhm.
it's more of let's see what this entails, because a lot of different things can happen. We don't know how many years are going to pass by. We don't know if this just going to be that one thing, but
Yeah.
who knows? But okay, let's jump to the next. Our favorite things. Our favorite things. So in the
What?
favorite things section, we have our favorite seasons.
Mm.
So Ash, what are or is your favorite season? And you guys out there in the chat, let us know which
Let us
is
know
your favorite season. Oh, before we continue,
your
they
favorite
will
season and why.
and
Tell
what?
us why.
Yes,
They
and
will walk on a road and then the screen will go to green and they will keep walking in the lot.
Whoa. Okay, that would be so. Wow. Okay, that would be so meta. Like everything that they went through was just a movie.
Did you guys see? I don't know. That reminds me.
That'd be so cool.
There is a great. I don't remember which season it was, but there is a great episode where so Sam and Dean are actually Jensen and Jared, and they're actually shooting
Season 5.
Supernatural.
Season
Is this
5.
season 5?
It was season
It's a
5.
great episode. And then Jared is married to oh my god, what was her name? Ruby.
Ruby, which
And Sam's freaking out because
his
he's just
actual
like,
wife.
yeah, his actual wife. And Sam's freaking out because he's just like, why am I married to Ruby? What the
Why am
hell
I
is
married to
happening?
Genevieve.
That remind me, Genevieve. Yeah, that reminds me of what Angelo said. That reminds me of that episode.
Yeah.
But for me,
What's your favorite season?
my
Or favorite
favorite,
season?
favorite season, I
You
would
could
say,
only say 2 if you have.
I can only say 2.
Yeah.
Ooh. I would say season 5 is my first one because, first of all, I loved the whole concept of the season. And I think that season 5's finale is the best one so far. I don't know. It's between season 5 and season 8's finale, but that whole sequence at the end, and then when, Dean thinks that Sam is dead, but then, and he's like, okay, so I just have to make a normal life. But then we see this last shot of Sam in front of the house where Dean lives right now with Lisa, and you see that he's still alive, and it's just like this cathartic thing of like, what the hell is happening? And I especially love that whole sequence when they're in like in the room with like the burgers and all this stuff where and they're being kept there. Like for me, and we see their brother who was actually the one who appeared as Michael in the last episode. So I would say that's my top one because it builds up so nicely to that season finale, and then we hear Castiel say, "Take this, ass butt." And he launches
Ass butt.
ass butt, and he launches the thing. So I would say that would be my top season. My second one, I have to give it to season 13 because I think it's season 13 because that's the season where we see Amara and Dean's relationship, like his relationship with the darkness. And I really liked that whole thing. And I loved the ending where Amara was like, I'm going to give you what you need the most. And then we find out that Mary Winchester is back. And then it jumps into the 14th season. So I would say those are my top 2. Those are my top 2 for those reasons. I just think that the stories were done nicely and they added like new things to Supernatural per se. So
Yes. So me, I we have the same one as the first one. Season 5. Season 5 was the supposed ending of Supernatural, and with good reason because that was it was a fantastic season because it actually had every single bit of lore and religion that the majority of the world actually kind of knows, not that it believes, but that knows, which is God, the angels, plague, apocalypse, and all that. So it was kind of related to what we're close to living in this reality. But aside from that, there were so many great moments from Sam going into the asylum and having that dose of "this is spectacular," and so he was drugged. And
was season 5 the season where Sam, we see there's this scene with Sam with the white suit that he's Lucifer?
yes,
Okay, that's why I love it. Yeah.
that was the season where all stakes were like, oh my goodness, like this is insane.
This
The
went to
devil's
shit.
out. Yeah, the devil's out is super scary and he kills everybody. There's no way for you to, how are you going to kill this guy? And the tension was so high when they were actually looking for the 4 horsemen rings that By the way, that is actually, remember when we saw episode 3 of The Mandalorian, the guy that was
Mhm.
trying to crash the ship?
Yeah.
He was War on season 5. He was the one with the first ring.
Oh.
Yes, he was the one with the first ring that had the Mustang, the red Mustang. They
Wow.
were stuck in the church.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I remember.
yeah, so this season was so epic, and the fact of saying you would see Dean lose his mind every time he thought he was going to lose his brother, and then at the beginning of the season, how Dean had lost faith in his brother because he didn't listen in season 4 from
Mhm.
drinking all that demon blood. Um,
Yep.
so
Because of
season
Ruby.
yeah, because of that Ruby. Yeah. Yeah, because
Season
season
7.
7, the Leviathans. You know what? That was scary too. I was like, they would just when they would see you, they would just do a Joss moment, like "Wah," and then eat you down.
Yes.
They were like crazy. That was insane season.
Oh, I
And
like
the villain was also scary because he was like, "Hello, guys. Hi, you want to eat liver? Yes." Ha. He was also like that. He was like, "Oh, let me
What?
just walk that way." And then he says, season 10, the mark of Cain.
Oh,
Oh,
you know what? I like that season, but for me, that season was hard to watch because I love Dean. He's my favorite character, and seeing him with all that anger and then what he becomes at the end and with the mark of Cain and everything, I was just like,
the mark of Cain.
I
Bro.
suffered through that one, but I gotta give it to you, man. I gotta give it to
Yeah.
you, man.
Uh, Dean Mon
Demon,
is the best. Dean Mon or Dean or
Dean instead of
Demon.
demon, Dean
Demon.
Mon.
And here we go. Jay Tarai. Let's go, John. I was like, wait, hey man, let's go. Yes.
Let's
How you
go.
doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you
I have
doing?
to say,
Um,
with what lo que dijo Ballo here.
uh-huh.
I do have to say that I loved when Dean went through a certain transformation. Like we had him as a demon, and then we had him as Michael, which I enjoyed as well. But the only thing I have to say about that is that it kind of sucked that it was cut short. You
Yeah,
know
that
what
it
I'm
wasn't
saying?
too long. Yes.
I
Yeah.
would have loved to see either a whole season of Dean as a demon, and then by the end, that's when he comes back, or a whole season of him as Michael, because they were building that up so much. And the thing that happened was that they were building it up, and then it's happened with the season, and then it was cut short. And I was just like, but I want to see more of Dean as Michael, or I want to see more as Dean as a demon with Crowley. I think that would have
This
been a great season. So,
this is actually season 10 is actually my second favorite season.
oh,
Yes,
hello.
because I think it's the same season that this happened, and I'll explain. No, the best one is the Jefferson Starships. The new monsters, the experiments. I'll call it Jefferson Starships. It's like Dean is like, yeah, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
bro, that's the best name you can come up with. Jefferson Starships. They can't even fly. What are you talking about? It's so weird. And he says, I bet you $5 that you don't know who this is. I bet you $5 that I do know who you are. JJ, probably. JJ. All right, JJ. But the Jefferson Starships is in season 6. No. I don't think so.
I'll find out.
I don't think it's in season 6. Yeah, yeah.
He said,
Did I get it right? Huh? 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 But I don't think it's season 6 because season
okay.
6 it was built of Jay Tarayo. Then who are you? I don't know.
He said no. What?
Then who are you? Jay Tarayo. Um
Yeah.
because they're horrible and hard to kill.
Bueno, I have to give it, vamos a decir a Bianca
Gerald.
porque
Oh, Gerald! Hey, man, it's from work. Hey, what's up?
um
Okay, hey man, good for you to join. I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you for joining us. It's like, yeah, oh man, I'm gonna hear this
oh
when I go to
wow.
work.
Bendito.
I want to hear about this when I go to
Mira,
work.
pero we have to give it to Bianca because it actually is
It actually
season
is
6.
season
So
6. Also, probably was mid-season tough. Yeah, you're right. All right. I gotta support. Yeah, man.
yay!
Thank you.
Thank you for being
Appreciate it.
here.
But jumping real quick to mine, so we can move to the next. It was literally season 10, and I think and Death Haze, like, refresh me if I'm wrong, but I think season 10 was also the season where Sam where Crowley became human, and that was the season
Mm.
where the angels actually were falling from the sky because of Sam.
Wasn't that season 8?
Was was it season 8?
I think that's the finale from season 8 because
Was it season 8?
that's my other favorite season finale. And yeah, I think it's season 8.
Fight the fairies.
Fight the fairies.
Fight the fairies. All right. So if it's season 8,
Let us know, guys. Let us know.
The fall, supernatural fall of angels, supernatural fall of angels.
Let's see if I'm right.
Let's see. Fall of angels
Season
in
8.
supernatural.
Season 8.
Season finale. Oh yes, you're right.
Season
You're right.
8.
You're right. You're right. It's season 8.
It's my favorite season finale after season 5.
So it's
yeah.
season. Sorry. So season 8 is my favorite second season. Yes, because that was the point where that Sam and Crowley was actually giving his all, and angels falling from the sky. Season 9 is no, it was season 8. It was season 8.
I don't know why that sounds like why.
Jeez, like
I don't know. I don't know why that sounds like a rock song, like "Angels Falling" season 9, something like that. I don't even know.
Yeah. Then it says supernatural season. No, because supernatural season 9, the angels were already on Earth.
Yeah, because season 8 is when the finale is when they're falling, that they're in the church, and then season 9 is when the angels
have fallen and they come. And Metatron is the scribe of God.
I liked Metatron too. We can be here all night, man. Like it's already an hour.
Yes, but yeah, that was my favorite finale because of all that was happening. But yeah, moving on. Let's go to our favorite characters, like our characters. What are our favorite characters? Let's give 5 characters that we think that we loved from this entire supernatural arc.
Okay.
5 characters. 5. Ready, set, go. Guys, give us 5 characters that you can remember from Supernatural and your that are your favorites. 5. You cannot say Sam and Dean because that's obvious.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing: if you pick Sam and Dean, it has to be only one of the brothers. One of the brothers.
I already know.
And then you can pick the rest. So ready, set, go.
Oh, I'm stressed out. I would say Charlie, Castiel, Crowley. Me faltan dos. Jody and Dean.
And Dean. All right. Explain your reason.
And Dean is my number 1.
Dean is your number 1. Okay. Yo, estoy viendo Supernatural desde day 1 y no puedo pensar cuál es mi favorito. Dice Mom. She doesn't have a favorite because she put it up.
It's true.
It's true. Oh yes, season finale. They were falling, and then episode 9 is where all the angels have fallen.
Gabriel. But look, your mom said Bobby. I forgot Bobby. I suck.
Charlie, Rowena, and Bobby, you suck.
Bobby.
Aileen, Joe, Ellen. Meg. Oh, second Meg. Okay.
Oh, Joe. I love Joe's relationship with Dean. I wish I would have ended together. I like them more than him with Lisa.
Second Meg is the Meg that now also it was in season 5 and also acted as the Empty. That's what she's because Meg had 2 vessels.
Yeah.
The first season and
Soulless
Sam. Oh heck yeah!
What a struggle.
Yeah. All right. So tell us why. All right. 1,
2. I'm gonna be like simple, but
that's fine.
Charlie, I loved her because she was a nerd. And before she got killed, I really thought that she would have made a great companion for Sam and Dean. So I would have loved to see her join the Winchester brothers, be in the bunker with them, and do missions. I was really, really, really gutted to see her go. I would say Castiel because I loved his story. And I love his relationship with Dean. It was a very brotherly, like
brotherly love, or maybe more,
or maybe more. We don't know. But I love their relationship, and I really like how Castiel talks because I've seen Misha talk in conventions and stuff, and then Castiel is always like, Dean, like Dean, like it's this very like weird voice. But I loved his character. I thought his story was really great. I loved the season where we got to explore him as, I think it was Jimmy. Do you remember?
Jimmy.
Was it Jimmy, the vessel that he took over? And then we saw.
Yes, Jimmy. Jimmy was the vessel. Yes.
I love that season. I love that storyline for him. Sam and Dean should be recognized as the legit men of let. I know, right?
Oh, bien brutal. Yes.
That's true.
She was a Winchester. Charlie was the sister. They never. Charlie was a Winchester. Yes.
I was so mad when I saw the first Ruby Uisi.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Charlie. I hated that scene when they killed her in the motel. I was so mad.
It felt like an Eddie Guerrero vibe. For those who know,
I was so mad. Okay, so Charlie, Castiel, Dean, because I feel that I am Dean like 90% of the times.
Yeah.
And I loved him, even though, he can be stubborn and I can be stubborn at times. So I feel like I'm closest as Dean except with like, I know, right?
You could be what? You could be what?
Stubborn, I said. I love Crowley. I love Crowley because why don't we love Crowley?
Why? Yes.
Why don't we love Crowley?
Where does that go wrong? And then
there's no reason why not to love him. And then who am I missing? This is why I should write things down. I'm so bad.
I was gonna go first with my fives, but I would say one and then explain the other one and explain the other one and explain.
Who was it? Charlie? Dean?
I can't go back. I can't rewind this right now. We gotta wait.
Wow. Okay. So when it comes back to me, I'll tell you why.
Okay. So before I jump into mine, let's see. Mom's favorite is Garth and Death.
Which Death? The first one or Billy?
Which Death? We got 3 deaths now.
I liked Billy.
The third one a lot. We will discard that. Well, let's do no.
Yeah, that was a
discard that, because that third death was like
we will discard that.
yeah. Was it Billy or was it just skeleton death? The first one. Mm-hmm. So yes, let us know. Here we go. Oh, Benny. See, Benny. Remember Benny?
Yeah. He was the one who was in the purgatory, right?
Yes. Okay.
Hello. Okay. I pay attention to the show. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's Benny. We got, I know it's out of topic, but they should end the season with the Winchester Gospel book closing. Ooh. Oh, like a what do you call it? Yeah, like a gospel, just closing a book, and then you see the symbol of supernatural, and
that would be sick. And I think I would be crying throughout the credits.
That would be amazing. that would truly look.
Se te pararon los pelos.
Se me pararon los pelos. I'm getting goosebumps with that. Yo, Death Haze. Yes, they should do everything that we're gonna do. We were speaking, and then the closing scene is the gospel closing of the Winchesters. And I don't know if the writers didn't thought about it, but I think it's something that would happen based off who is the new god. I think that would happen. Mm-hmm. Wow. Could you imagine living in the times of the ones who saved the world?
I know.
That would be insane. That would be insane. Aileen was the first woman to have respect like a mother. Ellen
was Joe's mother, the hunter.
Oh, yes. Wow, in season 5, and she died. Joe was the one for Dean, too badass for him. Second, Meg, too sarcastic. Meg, too sarcastic for Cass. Oh, because they were at one point like partnering up. Yeah. Yes. Uh-huh. Crowley, he is perfect. Gabriel is just the perfect trickster.
Yes.
Okay, yes, there we go. That's good. And then we got that's an
Insulting
insulting
question.
question. Who? What? The first?
What? The
Oh,
first.
the first one. Okay, the death. Death. He was talking about death. Like what
Oh,
death? That's insulting.
perdón.
The
You know,
first one.
we're just making sure. Perdón,
Yes.
hasta ahí.
All right. So I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do it. Like let's go. My first one
Uh-huh.
is Or here we
I
go.
forgot mine, guys. If you can remind me the one that I was missing, me fui
My
en un
first
viaje.
one is Dean. Dean is my first one again because he is the one who loved the world more than anything, and he was always there to protect it no matter what. Even when his brother steered from it, he was
Mhm,
always there trying to save the world because he's the man to call for when something goes wrong, the one that even doesn't need to be called to be there when something is wrong. And Sam was in and out every now and then, even though afterwards he just stuck around and actually started moving forward. But
mhm,
Sam never stopped wanting a normal life. Uh, but he knew the right thing to do in order to get to that place. So he said, okay, let's take care of this first. And then I want a normal life. But Dean was, no, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life till they stop existing, till the
mhm.
world is safe.
Yeah.
So and my brothers and my sisters and whoever stays alive that is not a monster, I'm going to kill it.
Mhm,
And even if monsters actually can learn to live in harmony, we'll see. But he was always the one. That's the reason why that's why the reason why Castiel gave the
mhm.
speech to Dean. He didn't give the speech to
To
Sam.
Sam.
He
Mhm.
gave the speech to Dean. So
Y you
he,
know what, guys? O sea, let's
uh-huh,
face it, Jensen Ackles es un papi, así que I'm just saying that out there.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're
Henry
like,
and John
yeah.
Winchester. Grandfather and father. Henry and John
Grandfather and
Winchester.
father.
Yes. The character is character
Aquarius.
is Aquarius. Balthazar and Kevin. Balthazar.
Sweet.
Oh, sheesh. Balthazar
Nice.
and Kevin the Prophet.
Yes,
Okay.
Kevin the Prophet.
All right. My second one is you're probably not gonna guess this one. Oh, why did I jump all the way back there? All right. What is my second one? I'm gonna let you guess real quick. I'm just gonna give you one. Try.
Me?
Yes.
Your second favorite character?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you told me it was Castiel, so.
Well, Castiel, because the thing is, no,
You
no,
told
no,
me
no.
that in the last episode
That's true. That's true. Okay,
when
I'm
he
sorry.
when
Castiel,
he
yes,
sacrificed himself. You were
yeah.
like,
When he
secretly, my
sacrificed,
favorite character was always Castiel, and I was like, oh, good to know.
yes, that is true. That is true. Secretly, Castiel is my favorite character. But you know what? He is number one. Dean is number two. But Castiel, the reason is because, um, he was exactly what I was looking for on both ends. The one that can't understand why humans are the way they are, and the one that knows why giving up is not an option and
Mhm,
why I am the way I am. So it's like it's like us as babies. We are sponges. We don't understand anything. We can't
mhm,
comprehend until we're taught. And and Dean literally told Castiel a bunch of times, "You're a freaking baby, like,
mhm.
you're a freaking baby. Like you don't know anything. Like you're here just like a freaking a baby with a knife or something like that." I think that's what he said a couple times, or baby with wings.
Uh-huh.
But it was so gullible and it was so sad every time Dean was mean to him. I was like, oh my gosh, come on, man. He's trying. He doesn't know. He's learning to
I
understand.
mean, that's what Dean does always. So.
Yes. And it was Cassiel's journey that I love so much into understanding what mistakes, what decisions you can make and what not. And not that Dean or Sam were perfect, but
Mhm,
they already were there in the rough patches since the beginning, since they were born. Castiel was only following one rule and one thing, which was his father, the rules, and Castiel God was never there. He was
mhm,
born without seeing God. The only ones that could see God were like the four archangels out of seven or six, only four and probably three. Like it was Michael, Lucifer, and Gabriel.
yeah.
And the other ones just talked with him. They couldn't see him. So that's why Castiel was my favorite. Like he was the one to learn everything, and he is us when we come into something that is unexplainable, and we just have to go through it to actually
Mhm.
understand what it is and how it feels,
Yeah.
what we need to do in certain situations. So that's why he's my second favorite character. My third favorite character was Lucifer. Uh,
Nice.
my third favorite character was Lucifer because we got to see a story that almost nobody talks about. We always say
Mhm.
Lucifer is the bad guy, Lucifer is the devil, Lucifer is here and there. And there's a season, guys, if you probably already know, there's actually a TV show called Lucifer. And to be quite honest, not to go against any religious belief or anything like that, because I studied a couple of them and I was Christian and then Catholic or stuff like that. Not to go into details with that, that's another topic for another day. But either way, the fact is that there's so many stories that have been going about these things that it was fantastic the way that this was shown and had its own version. And it
Mhm.
was very simple. It was simple and morally understanding and true that Lucifer didn't understand why he loved humans so much when they were torturers, murderers, the word arm, their ray is
Yeah. Mhm.
that he mentioned. And it was kind of true, crime, thievery, stealing. Like he had all the talking points that he needed to prove why we were faulty.
Mhm.
Like he said this words, flawed abortions. That's the word that he used in, I think, episode 18 when he was in one of the fake hotel that was just created out of the blue.
Yeah.
Winchesters went into the pagan gods dinner.
Yeah.
That Gabriel was there, and Gabriel lost his life against
Mhm.
Lucifer, lost his life, quote unquote. And
Quote unquote.
he was my favorite character. And then afterwards, he just became an asshole. But but he was a funny
It
one.
happens.
He was one that
He was sarcastic. He
he
was
was
sarcastic.
sarcastic, and he had a sense of humor. But the reality was that he was doing it. He wasn't a murderer. He
Mhm.
wasn't a killer before he began to come when he was released and went to Earth. He started that because he doesn't like humans. He hates humans, and because you're getting in my way, I will kill you no matter what, because I gotta destroy and I gotta go against my father because I need to prove him wrong. And
Mhm.
I haven't even touched anybody because he was caged. He couldn't influence anybody. He was
Mhm.
caged. Like the cage is meant to contain, dispel his power and all that. So we were killing each other because we wanted not, oh, el diablo lo hizo. Oh, the devil did it because the devil's all around. No, you did it yourself. I proved my daddy wrong and he still loves
Yeah.
you. You
And that's a
damn voodoo.
and that's an interesting point that you bring because I think we have this que solo iba a salir en los primeros season y decidieron dejarlo en toda la temporada desde que salió. Eso that's
Yeah.
true. If
What
you
he's
guys didn't know
saying,
that, that's true.
yeah,
Mhm.
what Angelo here is saying to translate is saying that Cassio was only going to be premiering in the first seasons that he came out. I think it was the fourth and the fifth, and they were going to take him out, but they decided to leave him for longer because the fandom actually wanted him. He was such a beloved character that
I think
they wanted him.
he was hired as a supporting character.
Even Bobby, that same thing happened to Bobby.
Mhm. And after that season, he actually became a series regular. They
Yeah,
promoted him really quickly. So,
it happened to Bobby, and it happened to Crowley as well.
see,
Yeah,
see.
that was the thing, and you're right. And his mom said that, not him. His mom. Dice
Yeah,
mom.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what that yeah came from. I think it was because
Yeah,
of
yeah.
one of the characters that I was mentioning. But yeah, I think it was Lucifer. The last episode name is Carry On. Yes, Carry On. That is so true. Now, my fourth,
Mhm.
my fourth is Garth.
Garth.
My fourth is Garth, and I'll tell you why. My fourth is Garth because Garth is also the weakest of us. He's the one that showed everybody that it doesn't matter how weak you think I am, I will prove you wrong. I will be that one to prove you wrong, and I know I can do things, and I will be smarter than you without just not doing it on purpose. I would just be me. And you
Mhm.
would see Garth with his phones like, yeah, man, I got this. Oh, yeah, man, let's go. Oh, guys, you need this. It was so funny when he actually went into hunting and he got knocked out for like the entire fight.
Yeah.
And then he would wake up. What just happened? What happened?
But I was gonna say
That
I
was
liked him.
so funny.
I liked what happened in this season because it was the same episode that we were talking about where Dean started tap dancing, and it was basically an
I love
episode
Garth. He's a
where
hugger.
he's a
Yes,
hugger.
bring it
But
in.
it was the episode this season where everything was going wrong for the Winchesters. Do you remember? They didn't know how to do anything. You
Yes,
remember?
the
You remember?
episode.
And then Garth became the freaking hero.
He was the hero of
And
everything.
it was amazing. And I was like, this is great. This is great. And then Dean was eating all of the cheeseburgers and then he had to go to the doctor because he couldn't.
Yes,
You remember that?
it was insane. It was insane. He was having like
It was a great episode.
it was having bad luck. Yeah, they were having bad luck, and that was actually a great trajectory where their
They
luck
had to go to
actually went
Alaska,
down.
right?
They what?
They had to go to Alaska and they had to play in
Pool?
that bar, pool in that bar. Yeah.
With
to
one
get
of
their luck back.
the one of the goddess of luck.
Yeah,
Something like that.
I
Yeah.
think it was. Yeah.
And yeah, my fifth character. You want to guess this one?
Is it Crowley? I nailed it.
No.
No? Well, I already guessed, so
Oh right. I only yes.
you only give me
Yes,
one,
you're
so
right. He was only here's the thing. He was only in the first season, and then his image was in the rest of the seasons, like his teachings. John Winchester. John Winchester.
Hey!
My favorite character also is John Winchester. And I kind of already said it why. John Winchester is only in the first season, but the reason why, story-wise, the brothers had this confrontation all the way up to season 5, and one of the purposes that they were hunting like yellow-eyed demon till the second season up to the third season.
Oof,
and
that
then
was a great character
he
too,
went
man.
to hell because he made a deal because he followed the father's footsteps and all that. And honestly, leading up to season 5, it was the story. Everything that they were doing was based off father being loyal to his son. That was Michael. Dean being Michael, and then Sam being Lucifer, the son that rebelled because he didn't want to continue hunting. He wanted to lead a normal life. Like, why do I have to keep doing this? So everything that was happening up to season 5 was mirroring their actual lives. That's why they were the perfect vessels for Lucifer and Michael.
Yeah, and can I tell you, like, the more you talk about his character, the more I remember how solid seasons 1 through 5 were. And that scene specifically, I was thinking about the scene where they kill John at the hospital, right? Am I not?
Yes.
I think him and Dean were in the same hospital.
Yes, he gave.
And then the yellow-eyed demon actually caught up to him and they killed him. And I solid, man. Solid stuff.
And
stuff.
That was the whole buildup for 5 seasons. His way of being. And even still then, they had their father as a memory because they also had the journal. Like, their father, John Winchester, was throughout their entire lives there without them even trying to see it. Exactly. And we finally got some peace from it. Look. We finally got closure to actually see John Winchester come back in season 14, I think it was.
Yes, it was
and
great.
See where his kids have ended. And it would have been so good, so bittersweet for him to just last 2 or 3 more episodes and continue on.
So they can't.
It would have been so good for this to continue. Oh my gosh, so damn good. But it didn't happen. But yeah, guys, those are my top 5, like my favorite characters of the entire season. Is Dean Winchester. I said Dean first, but it's Castiel, Dean Winchester, Lucifer, Garth, and John Winchester.
Sweet. I still can't remember the other one that I'm missing, but it's fine.
Yes. They were normal. They were normal. They were normal. I think they were normal. I think
They weren't the heroes of the story anymore. I love that episode.
Exactly. They were normal from the No Luck episode. Yes. And they were not the heroes of the story anymore. It was Garth. Yes. Garth. Yes. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is the best. He's the best, man. That presence of Jeffrey Dean Morgan in that show was so built up and so like epic that no matter how many times you brought him back, you would say this episode would be fantastic because it's like the anticipation of God coming into the seasons, which I told my entire family. And if they say, no, you didn't, I'm going to come for you because you know I did. I said when 10 years ago, I said when the last episode of season 5 ended and Chuck disappeared into thin air, I said, he's God.
I remember that.
I said it. And after I met my wife,
we were rewatching it. Yeah. I was gonna say, you remember that we were because I when I met John, that's when I started watching Supernatural. He's seen it since the beginning, but when I met him, he was like, Jessica and Mary. There was yes, and I have to say,
throwback, Bob. Yeah,
and I have to say that I liked how they brought Mary back, and it worked. It worked. For me, it worked.
I'm sad that they didn't bring Jessica. That was,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But
I was gonna say that I didn't know about Supernatural. I met John and he was like, I watched this show with my family, and I was like, what is Supernatural? So it got to a point where we were watching. I think you started showing me season 10 or season 8. I don't remember.
I started. I forgot which one it was. But we met right about like. It was 6 years ago, so it must have been like season 9 or 10. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was on Netflix. So I told John, I was like, I want to watch them from the beginning.
And I love that. I love that she said that.
All the way up until season 13. So we were watching that scene where Chuck disappeared, and he looked at me. He was like, "Did you get it?" And I was like, "Is he God?" And he was like, "Yeah, he's God." And I was like, okay.
Man, I was so hyped. I was so happy because no one in the world, unless you guys can find something, but no one in the world, when that happened, nobody in the world was saying Chuck is God.
Yeah.
Nobody was saying this is God. And I'm like, am I the only one with this theory? Like nobody thinks this. And then we come to see this. Guys, you can't imagine how much of a heart burst and excitement I had. Like I was screaming like a girl in a concert of their favorite boy band. You don't know how much excitement I had inside of me, knowing that the theory that I had 10 years ago in season 5 ending came true, and it was real. It was one of the greatest moments in my life. Yes, it was.
I was there. Yeah, I can agree with that.
But anyway, we're gonna jump to favorite moments, and that was one of them. Me actually seeing God. But I'm gonna let Ash start this one. I already nipped one in the bud. Me getting God, like in season 5. So that's one.
So I have 2 that come to mind. I love the season finale where Dean gets ripped apart by the dogs, the hellhound.
The hellhound. Oh my gosh.
Wow. It was hard to watch, but it was my favorite moment it was one of my favorite moments due to the fact that I loved how the scene looked, and it was gory. It was when Supernatural was gory. Now it's still gory, but not as much as before.
Yes, because everybody became sensitive, right?
Yeah.
But now for the boys, right? Boys. Same creator, the boys. Now everybody loves it.
But yeah, I miss those episodes where Supernatural was actually gory. I would have to say that all of my favorite moments involve Dean. So Yellow Fever episode. Yes. Was that the one? Wait, which one was that one?
Yeah, explain, please, because there's so many episodes, bro. There's so many episodes. We gotta be clear on that one.
I have to say that one. And the other one that I liked was when Dean, when he was a shapeshifter, and it was a scene where he rips his skin off.
Oh,
you remember? And he becomes the other person. I like that one. And then
but it's more moments instead of the episodes. It's more the
It's more moments. And I have to say that another one was when Dean passed away, but he became the demon. That whole scene when he dies in Sam's arms, it's one of my favorite
It
moments
was super
because
powerful. That was my
yes,
other
it was
moment.
super
That was one
powerful.
other
Yeah,
moment. Yeah.
it was super, super, super powerful. And I have to say, and we're gonna talk about this in the specials, but the Scooby Doo episode, which
Oh my gosh.
look at our
Wendy.
shirts. Woo!
Oh yes.
Scared by the cat.
Yes. And he couldn't control his fear. He was like, we're crazy people. We hunt monsters. We do this. And you're gassy. And you're gassy, man. And it's like he was scared of everything. And then he saw the cat. And it was like, and you could see him. I think that same episode, he was like, I think it was rising up right to the street, and he did the leg. He was singing
So
with the leg.
basically, Dean has
It was
had all
great.
of the best moments in all seasons. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Cuando Dean estaba en hell con todas esas cadenas gritando,
And that
his
was
mom.
after he
Oh,
was ripped apart by the Hellhound.
his
So,
mom. That's his mom's favorite moment when Dean was
yeah.
in chains in hell when he died.
Oh, see when he had like the chain in
Yeah, you
the
would see it.
body.
You would see the actual prosthetic, prosthetic,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
makeup and all that, where the chains were actually like
Man.
penetrating his skin, and he was like, wow, and he was bleeding, and he was screaming Sam, like he was screaming
Yeah.
for his brother. It was super freaking hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It was like,
I
oh
agree.
my! I was so lucky that I could actually see one more season because I first got introduced to Supernatural in season 3, but season 4 had already come out, and I told my aunt, like, is there another episode? Is there another season? Yeah. Oh, please watch it because I can't have this feeling of him dead like that. It was so hard. And then next episode, first season, episode 4, he's coming out like, he's like, oh,
I remember that scene. Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Coming out, yes, and then changing channels, not crack. Yeah, season 5. That's my other. You see, I don't even need to say my episodes because they're actually mentioning.
You guys are on point. You guys are on point today.
Not cracker. Yes, and then Dean was like, and Dean said, I don't know what, I don't speak Japanese. He was like, just talk. It was like 3, 2, it's like, so. So it's like, yeah, all he spoke. It was that was the
great.
episode that the trickster
Fantastic.
had them, and they had like the Full House type of theme when they were in the bike. Well, I say, no guts, no glory.
Oh yeah, when they were CSI.
They were CSIs. Yo, it was amazing. Like no guts and glory, Nutcracker. Yes, that was another greatest moment. Now, let's say when Dean cried. I think she means when Dean cried in hell, and he was, definitely when Sam lost his shoe because of a cursed rabbit's foot. I lost my shoe. I remember that. Oh, that's so funny. Yes, and the handprint, spectacular, super. Says mom. Yeah, the handprint on the when he came from hell, and then when
that looked gross
as hell. And then when Cass got taken, he like Bianca, like Paulette said that Cass made the thing about the bloody hand. Like the red hand, he made a thing for it.
That's true.
And I liked. Well, hey, why don't you make a tattoo, Bianca? Why don't you make a tattoo of the bloody hand? That's a good tattoo. The bloody hand.
She probably thought about it already.
I'm giving her ideas here, and I like.
But talking about all of these moments, I really like the I like the episode where they deal with the kids' imaginations.
Oh,
do you remember? I think it was season 13. Let me know in the comments. But it's the one where they find I think somebody kills a unicorn. Somebody was killing the friends of these kids, and there was like a mermaid. And then I think Sam got a clown.
Because it was
Sam got a clown and he hates clowns.
It was Sam's imaginary friend that actually looked for him to help out.
Yes.
So Dean saw that his imaginary friend was actually not just imaginary; he was real. He just couldn't see him,
Yes.
but he was real. Yes,
That was one of my favorite episodes.
yeah.
I think it was season 13. I think. See, I think.
You
What?
just reminded me of something.
What?
Remember when I said on season of this season, the episode where the priest in the church that wasn't really a church, it was more like a rented place, that his daughter was the killer. Remember?
Yes, yes, yes.
You remember I told you that I've seen the priest before. He's been in this show before. He was Dr. Sexy on the same episode.
Oh,
He was Dr. Sexy. El little canale, changing channels. Yes.
Oh.
He was Dr. Sexy. He was the first episode that he went in, they went into.
I can see it now. I can see it now.
Doctor.
I can see it now.
Yeah,
Doctor?
that was him. That was him. I remembered. See, they actually recycled the actors. Like it was great. You kind of forgot about them, but then you're like, oh, I seen it before. Hey, chicos, y la handprint cuando Castiel se despidió de Dean queda brutal. ¿Qué creen que significa? Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
The handprint, you know what? The handprint, in my opinion, I think the handprint means, I think it's you know how there was like marks for everything in the show, like the mark of Cain, the mark of like a whole bunch of stuff. I think that red mark is like truly blood is heavier than water. I think there's the saying that
that's nice.
La sangre pesa más que el agua. I think that handprint, when Cass understood and he saw that he was part of the family, the love, and everything that felt human to him, I think the handprint just reminded him of the reason why he was chosen to be raised out of hell. And
nice. I like that.
I think that's the love of and reason why you know,
he imprinted his love on him. You think
it's like it's the love and the mark of love, the mark of the human, the love and humanity. That's his mark. I think if we can put it into one word,
wow.
I think it'd be tacky, but it's like ultimate love. That's love. That hand is love.
So do you think
instead
that symbolizes,
instead of going like this, you know, that this symbolizes love like that? It's the imprint of how Castiel's love marked him, because it was blood. But angels don't bleed.
Do you think that that's a way of Castiel saying, like, even though I'm not here, I am here. I am with you always. Yeah. That's wow.
Yeah.
See,
definitely. So that's what I think. That's what I think, Angelo. Yeah, and great question, by the way. That's actually a great question.
Well, I think that's Angelo's mom. Yo creo que es la
mamá. The mom? That was the mom?
Yeah.
It's mom.
It's mom.
Yeah, it's mom. So
mira, tu mamá nos dijo good night.
Good night, children. I'm still in recovery. Oh.
Que te mejore. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. My tattoo will be the shoe that Sam lost, saying, I lost my Sam.
You need to send me that.
I lost my Sammy.
Mira, I like what she said, the moment that she said. Yes.
Yes, pienso lo mismo, Ash. Yeah.
Yo, I like what she said. I
lost my Sammy.
When Dean dies over and over again and was singing Heat of the Moment. You remember that episode?
Rise and shine, Sammy. Heat of the moment. Rise and shine, Sammy. Heat of the moment. Rise and shine, Sammy. Heat of the moment.
I hate you.
It was so like, they died so many times. It was like, this is nuts. No. And they caught him. It was like, it was crazy. And then
I love Dean. So basically, all our favorite moments are with Dean. That's what the census says.
That episode, I clearly remember that episode. That the purpose of that episode was that the trickster was trying to. The trickster is Gabriel, and Gabriel already knew who they were, but in his own screwed up way, he was trying to teach Sam how to live without Dean, because eventually it was going to happen. So he wanted to make him see so many times his death until he became numb to it. And he's explained it when they actually found him. Like,
Sí.
what are you doing? And that's how we know, because of all these things that have happened. We know when I think somebody said, or I think Joshua, the angel that speaks to God, and other angels say, like, you guys have died so many times and you still alter like the actual norm. And it was because of that
Oye,
moment. The
sí.
Yeah, and other moments that Sam had died a couple times, the same thing.
Y that's what Chuck has been telling them
Yeah,
this whole season.
yeah, exactly. So
I gotta tell
anyway,
you guys before we go to the other section.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be very interesting to rewatch the show. I don't know if you want to do it, but I would like to rewatch all 15 seasons and see how everything keeps connecting up until the end.
Yes, it's fantastic.
That would be amazing. So
Yeah. So all right, and we've dragged this so much. We only
Woo!
got 2 sections. This one and the last one. We got it. We'll be
Ya
done in a
queda
minute.
poquito. Ya queda poquito.
Specials. So guys, our other things, by specials we mean some things that we already talked about. Each season has one show of specials, and we have 2 favorites. At least I'm going to start this one. Mine, this.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? La, 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 la,
Okay.
la.
Yeah, that's another like that.
Está bien, pero me entienden.
That
No
was
problem.
one of the best episodes.
Oh my God, the
That was
crossover.
so much fun. The
I
crossover.
loved it.
And you know what? It was being asked for by the fans because why not? It's Scooby-Doo.
It makes sense.
That's what they do. You
rhyming?
Oh,
Scooby-Doo.
It's
what they do.
I didn't notice until you said it. But it's Scooby-Doo. It's what they do. And Supernatural, comes for you.
Apúntenlo.
And the
Write that down. Let's make it a shirt.
So
let's make it a shirt.
And it would make so much sense. And they actually did it. They listened to the fans. They did the episode, and it was fantastic.
I love that Dean was after Daphne. I was like, it was bound to happen.
Oh. Daphne's like,
yeah.
It was fantastic. My second special that was my favorite. I think I have a third, but I can't remember because there's been so many. It was actually no. Yes, I found out. There's 2 more.
You remember?
Yes, it was the Nutcracker episode that Death said, which was they were in TV land. Wait, they were in TV land, and I'm not quite sure.
They got stuck in the channels. So every time they would surf Gabriel would surf the channels, they would switch to a different show.
Yes, they would search for a different show. It was super awesome because they actually just needed to play the part, and they did. They played the part. They actually went into the live show where Castiel actually came through the door, like, guys, you're in a, and then he disappeared. I said, oh, Jesus. So that was my second favorite special. And my third one.
The episode is Changing Channels.
Changing Channels. Yes, that's the one.
Mira, tú dices, hey, chico. Tengo todas las camisas. Cuando sale una, olvidé comprar otra ropa.
Yeah, no, man.
I bought these in Hot Topic because when this episode came out, Hot Topic was like, we're gonna make T-shirts of Scooby-Doo and Supernatural, and I was like, I need one. Yes. And I want to get the 15th anniversary one. I want to get por ahí viene.
Keep going.
Vamos a ver. What you got?
Where's the pillow?
What pillow? We don't got a pillow. La de Castiel.
Castiel's pillow.
I have it here. So sit down. You gotta sit down y entretener a todo el mundo.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue saying my other episode. All right.
Ay, le metí.
My third favorite special and final special was when they did, I think it was the French Mistake. I think that was the name of the episode. The French Mistake was when they actually started playing themselves in the TV show. Esa es official. But yeah, it was the season where they were acting as themselves and they had no idea how to act. And the thing was, it wasn't kind of even. I don't think it
Volví.
was. Yeah.
I
So,
found it.
oh, you found it? Show it. Show it. Yay! That pillow, we bought it because there was actually there was a fundraiser of, I forgot what it was. I'm so sorry. And they were selling the pillows, and this is Castiel's pillow. If you see him, like right there, ass butt. It's right there in front of you. Ass butt.
Qué lindo.
So yeah.
Oh, and I dressed
So,
up as Castiel,
as
pero if
Castiel.
you
Oh, you let that
keep
photo.
talking, yeah, I'll find a picture.
Okay,
Espérate, sigue, te
so I
escucho.
was saying that my third favorite special was, and it wasn't kind of a special, but I kind of was when they were actors, when they were acting as themselves,
The
but they
French
didn't know
Mistake,
the
¿verdad?
French Mistake, yeah, but they
Sí.
were not there. But and it was crazy. They were married to Ruby. This guy had nothing, and then they were in the cover of magazines and stuff. And man,
And
what
I think
season
that's
was this?
actually,
Is it season 6? Is
I
that
don't
season
remember,
6?
pero I do think that
I'm gonna look it up.
that episode is considered the best episode in Supernatural.
Yeah.
The best
French
one.
Mistake
Vamos a ver.
Supernatural. Okay. The French Mistake Supernatural. This was okay, season 6, episode 15. Yes. Season 6, episode 15. It was the French Mistake.
Nice.
Yeah, so
that was a really funny one.
Yeah, that was the special of season 6. So it was a super funny one. I enjoyed it so much. But yeah, that's all my 3 ones. I think you already said yours, right?
Yes, but I have one in mind. Espérate, que es que conseguí la foto. Let me see if I can download it so I can show it to you guys.
Okay, yeah. At this point in this picture, I was dressed as Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
It was one of the Halloweens, and I remember that one woman. I went to a show dressed as Spider-Man, and I remember one woman told me, "Damn, Spider-Man, you're so tight that if you fart, you smell your own farts."
Are you? Oh, I remember we went to a comedy show. I was like, who said that?
It was so tight that if you fart, you can smell your own farts within that suit.
Mira, I'm gonna put the picture
because it was amazing, that show.
I'm gonna put the picture for you guys. Por ahí voy y aquí estamos. Ay, bendito, Dios mío,
no.
se me fue. Oh, how do I put the picture?
Gotta put. Okay, wait. Oh man.
I know we're okay. Yeah. Sorry, we are live.
You got it.
Voy por ahí. Sí. I think I do.
Hey, yes, that's where you put it. There we go.
That's me as Castiel. I bought the wings. I bought the dress, and I had a necklace with Castiel's face, and then I just used some boots, at home. It was fun. We went to the mall, and everybody was taking pictures with John, and they were like, "Oh my God, Castiel!" And I was like, "Okay, I'll take it."
Exactly.
So yeah. That was me dressed as Castiel.
That's the other representation of Castiel right there, you see?
Yes.
But yeah. So, guys, we'll jump into our final section. After this, we part ways.
Yes.
It's almost 2 hours,
Mira,
so we don't want to keep you too much, guys.
I have to say Scooby-Doo, special Scooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm.
I like the channel one. I also wanted to mention the Halloween one.
Halloween.
There was a classic Halloween one towards in one of the seasons. I don't remember which one, but it was in black and white. And it had I think Dracula, and they were at this bar.
Oh, yes, that was season 4, season 4. Yes, black and white. When they went to Transylvania. I think it was, right?
So, Transylvania. Yes.
Transylvania, yeah.
That was one of my favorite episodes. Oh, specials. And I had another one in mind, but I forgot it. So I think I will get back to you guys. Durmió Ash.
Se durmió. I think when you left.
Okay. Sorry.
Duro. Yes, it is.
Well, le enseñas la almohadita. Mira qué linda.
Yep.
But yeah, I would say that's my other one. I forgot. I forgot it. I like the Western one too. When they went Western.
When they went to get the Colt. When they went to get the Colt. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, back in time. They went back in time.
Yeah, I really forgot the other one, so we can just move forward. That's
anyway.
Typical.
This one will be pretty quick, and this one is the gag reels. Like, what gag reels of the season
Bloopers.
were your favorite?
Mhm.
Honestly, this one is super tough because I love them all, and I can't really say anything about this because it's great. It's supernatural. I enjoy when they make their mistakes because era duro, no
No
la
la tengo.
tengo.
Oh, yo
Okay.
compré. I bought the pillow, pero me traía el cover. So that was a homemade cover that I
Yeah.
found for a razor.
So like the gag reels, I can't really
I have one.
pinpoint.
I
You
have
have one?
one.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I ¿Qué puso Bianca? All of the scenes where they fart in the car.
Oh yeah.
I gotta tell you, mira, I gotta tell you que farts make me laugh, so I will give you that one, Bianca. Sí, de acuerdo. 100%. Pero I have to
That
say
was
that
all.
my favorite gag reel moment was for season which is the season that we discovered the Men of Letters? Was it season 13 or
Hmm.
season 12? I think it was season 12. There's a gag reel that they did with the actor who plays Ketch, and they were talking about El Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
And they didn't know how to say because he was saying chupacabra, and they were like
Chupacabra.
chupacabra, and they were like, no, it's
Chupacabra.
chupacabra, and then they were like just mentioning it. So I would say that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one
Yeah.
out of all of them. So, and the ones where they're messing with the actor who plays Jack because he was new,
Oh yes, every time. Okay, yes, yes, I
and they
found
were bullying. They were like kind of bullying him into like
every
welcoming
time.
him.
That
Yeah.
was those are my favorite moments. Every time they would bully an actor, not bully them. It's
Wow.
more
Okay.
not bully them. It's that they would
Not bully them.
purposely make fun and try to break them as in their characters to try and make them laugh for anything. Those were my favorite moments in the gag reels. They did it to the actor that plays Jack. They did it to Castiel. They did it to almost everybody. Those were my favorite moments when they would try to break characters, to break other people's characters, other actors' characters. No, it was
It was
season
season
8,
12.
I think.
I just found it, season 12. So
Oh,
it
it was
was
season 12.
the title of the video. It's on YouTube. It's called "Hunting Your Mother Chupacabra Blooper."
Oh, here we go. Yes.
So yeah, it was season
Yeah.
12. Season 12.
So yeah. So yeah, guys, that's kind of it for us. It's been a very
Almost 2 hours, guys.
it was a very,
Wow.
very long special. We did
I
not
mean, it was
expect this.
fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. I did not expect this to be this long, but we had so much fun. And we would just want to thank you guys for those who stuck around for these 2 hours of,
Thank you.
what we thought was very much deserved to Supernatural being a 15-year running show, and it was loved every single time a season came by. And that's the only reason why it has 15 seasons, because the fans, us, we made that happen. That's the only
Yeah.
reason why a show runs, because we want to see more. And it has been very special to me and my family. My family, it has a sacred place for Supernatural, and that nobody can touch this. Nobody can say anything about it, and we will fight you. Definitely, if you have something wrong to say. And we're happy to know that we have another mother in our chat, that a family member, Angelo's mom.
Sí.
She's also a
Woo!
diehard Supernatural
He's a
fan.
super, super natural fan, mi gente,
And
como que,
yo, she
wow.
has books, she has cups, she has the drinks, she has like the lore books. It's insane.
And
She's
she has a baking book too,
a baking book of all
based on
that is cooked
supernatural
in
recipes.
Supernatural.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I didn't even know that existed.
Me
I was
either.
like, wow. But yeah, guys, I absolutely thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much. Yeah.
Great
You
chicos.
said
Super
Jinx.
happy Supernatural. Yes,
Thank
is
you
mom.
for being here. Por estar
Yes.
aquí. Me alegro de
Gracias.
que lo hayas disfrutado, de verdad. Estábamos bien ansiosos por hacer un especial de
De verdad.
Supernatural.
De verdad.
Yay!
And again, Thank you guys for watching us. We appreciate it so much for you guys being here and
Yes.
commenting on the section. This was super, super fun. And I hope we can keep this journey with other new shows that come out, things that we discuss, even on our Wednesdays when we discuss movie, Broadway, TVs, and gaming.
Yes.
That's also something that we love to do so much. And tomorrow, remember, it's tomorrow at 9 p.m. We're going to be talking Broadway, movies, TV, and gaming. And looks like there's a favorite section for everybody, and it's the section of throw it into the universe.
Yes.
I was surprised that people are actually reacting that well to that section. Yeah, so it was something.
And there's proof that it happened because I threw into the universe of Dark Magician, and look where it is. Thanks to Angelo. Gracias, Angelo. There it is. So yeah, guys, just a friendly reminder. This episode is going to be this special is going to be available here on our Twitch channel, but most likely I'm gonna post I'm gonna post the highlight of the season 19. Oh my god, episode 19 review on our YouTube channel, which is the Legacy Universe. Sorry.
Oh man.
I'm going to post the highlight of the review on our YouTube channel, The Legacy Universe, and this episode will probably be up on our channel by tomorrow. So if you guys want to rewatch it and share it with anybody else that is a Supernatural fan, make sure to check it out on YouTube and Facebook. And we also have an Instagram under The Legacy Universe. Also, we are here on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. in Puerto Rico. On Mondays, I have my section, which is the Unskilled Gamer, and it's me trying to play games, having fun with you guys, so you guys can laugh for a while. On Wednesdays, we have TLU News, where we talk about Broadway, gaming, movies. We throw it into the universe and have fun with you guys. And then on Saturdays, John has his section, which is John, the Skilled Gamer, where he plays all of the amazing games. And if we have a show that we love or a special that we want to do, we'll do specials like this. So thank you so much for your support. We hope that you guys have a great week. And we will see how Supernatural ends, you guys. It is the end of the road for the Winchester brothers. It's crazy to say, but wow.
Man,
mind-blowing.
I hope it ends on a fantastic note.
Yes.
Because we've cried, we've fought, we've yelled with the brothers for 15 years. Me for 13 years.
Exactly.
I caught them actually
earlier than me. Yeah.
11 years. Yes. I caught them late. But yes.
So yeah, guys. Also, stay tuned. We will have a review of episode 20 of Supernatural, maybe by next week. It's going to take us some time because, of course, we have to process this. And yeah, just stay tuned. Thank you for being here. We are so grateful. We love you guys. Remember that you guys are a legacy. So have a great night.
Never forget it.
Take care. And carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done.
And we had to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Boom, boom.